Now there's a growing push to get permits for undocumented immigrants living long-term here in the U.S. Those permits would allow them to continue working here.
That conversation happening here in Florida, where Tampa's congresswoman is calling on President Biden to make it happen. 10 Tampa Bay's Aaron Parsegian has details.
Congresswoman Castor and other advocates here in Tampa are pushing for undocumented immigrants who have lived and worked in America for years to get these work permits. They say it will help keep families together and the workforce strong.
We do not have time to wait.
Democratic Congresswoman Castor says it's long overdue, calling on President Biden to grant work permits to undocumented immigrants who grew up in the U.S., have worked here for years, or are immediate family to citizens.
To urge him to use his executive authority to grant a pathway to work permits for people who need them, who are spouses of American citizens, especially spouses of brave military veterans and service members.
Spouses like Alejandra Juarez, who in just 24 hours will be forced to leave the country again.
On Saturday, I will no longer be here. This Saturday, my kids will wake up without a mother to guide them, to make them breakfast.
The wife of an Iraq war veteran and mother to 2 U.S.-born kids was deported in 2018 and granted parole 3 years later. But she has not found a pathway to citizenship since, despite a clean criminal record.
Immigration laws are very complex and inhumane. I'm not the only one being affected by this.
Hispanic business leaders from across Tampa Bay say the economy and workforce are impacted as well. According to a Pew Research Center study in 2021, nearly 6% of Florida's labor force was made up of undocumented immigrants, spread out across industries like agriculture and construction.
We are not requesting handouts. We are just requesting to give us the right to be here and do what we have been doing and continue to do for the service of not only us to take care of our families, but to serve our community.
And while they call on the president to act without Congress, here in Florida, the governor's office commenting on the push, saying in part, "We oppose any policy that would provide illegal aliens with legal authorization to remain in Florida." Going on to say rewarding lawbreakers should not be a policy championed by any government, let alone members of Congress. Though advocates argue this isn't a partisan issue.
It is the smart thing to do, and it's the right thing to do. And I think that we need to be courageous.
In the meantime, employers here in Florida are navigating new laws as part of a statewide crackdown on illegal immigration. In July, businesses could face fines if they fail to use E-Verify to confirm employees' eligibility status. In Tampa, Aaron Parsegian, 10 Tampa Bay.
The Tampa area lawmakers join a group of more than 100 elected officials across the nation in support of extending work permits to those groups of undocumented migrants.